Hey guys, Mike here from Old Man Things. How y'all doing? It's a beautiful day out, having a cup of tea, and I'm gonna have a pipe with you guys. We're out here on Lake Michigan. Probably the last day of the year that I'll be able to sit out here. Gonna have my Comoys. This is my traveling case. I'll try not to yell because I have my microphone right here. Hope you guys can pick up the waves. I'm smoking some Casey Jones Last Ride. I don't think you can see it from over there. It smells really good. So, I thought I'd do a pipe chat with you guys. I have today off, and it's about 50 degrees in town. But out here, it's probably about 40. It is quite windy out. So I'm going to use my wing cap. Smoking my Sherlock Holmes lighter. Cheers. I like to bring my Pruser's rum tin cup with me when I go out places like this. Sure is beautiful out here. I can see everything flying. So the other day I was looking for something. Like I knew it was in my shed before I turned it into a pub. And I have a couple bins full of old crap in there still in the garage. So I was going through it and I found all this tobacco in jars, but only like a little bit in each jar. And of course I had a system before, and I don't even know what the heck what it is. Because clever Mr. Mike didn't label the things because I knew at the time. So I bought a 12-ounce bag of black Cavendish. I'm going to mix it all together and call my dirty dottle. So I had to do a couple errands this morning, and this is literally the first cup of tea I've had. I was gonna mix it together and bring it with me, and let you guys know how it tastes, but I was so anxious to get out here. Trying to think of what else I could talk about. So what you're looking at is Lake Michigan. It's like right here. If this is Wisconsin and this is the Green Bay, it's right here. So that way right there, that's Michigan, lower Michigan. My wife and I call this our secret beach, but the last couple of years it's been more and more people know about it. We have so many tourists here that if you had a square where only one person could stand in the summertime, there'd be 5 tourists standing in that square. My wife always reminds me when I start going berserk about the tourists. She always says, "You were a tourist once." My wife always has a way of bringing me down again. Back to reality. She's 5'2". I'm scared to death of her. That's my joke. So yeah, this is it's just so relaxing. My phone doesn't work. There's no signal out here. I didn't bring a book. I just brought a thermos of tea, some milk, my pipes and tobacco, and I'm just going to enjoy this. And at that, I guess I should say bye, guys. It's been kind of a boring one, but when you got all that in front of you and you haven't seen it for a while, it's just kind of nice to look out at it. So I thought maybe you guys would like it too. Well, guys, thanks for joining me out here today. Down to my last cup of tea. And my third pipe. And that's that Comoys I was telling you about. This was my first Comoys billiard. And I mean, look at that. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. The beautiful briar. Probably not, but I enjoyed this. I'll finish my cup of tea and then I'll be heading back home. So, have a good weekend, you guys, and cheers.